John.
Oh, sorry.
Did you get my message?
Yes, by the tone of your voice, figured maybe I better come over rather than call.
Yeah, thank you very much. Look at this. This is the latest reading on the McAllister Formation. We took it about 1:30 this afternoon.
Oh.
Am I right? It's much worse.
Yes. You know, there's something else going on now, too. We're heading into a very stressful conjunction. By this time tomorrow, the sun, the moon, all the major planets are going to be in almost direct alignment. Now, that's going to increase the pull on the tides in the Earth's crust.
I was hoping to hear something else from you.
Well, I have to say the conditions have seldom been more conducive to an earthquake.
You know those swarms we all noticed?
It's impossible to say for sure, as you know, and it's impossible to say where.
Yeah, but that swarm activity?
Those stopped.
Yeah. Well, that's a good sign, isn't it?
Oh, not necessarily.
Great.
Tell me, has there been any noticeable increase in oil seepage?
That's another indicator?
Oh, yes, it is.
I'll tell you, I had some real sensitive equipment in here, and I'm glad I'm moving it out.
Oh, moving where?
Onto a barge somewhere on the sea. I figure if the earthquake does come, at least it'll be safe out there.
But be sure to get out at least a couple of miles.
Why's that?
A possible tsunami, tidal wave.
More good news. You're just Mr. Optimism, aren't you? I mean, no doom or gloom talking to you.
Cruz, it is better to take proper precautions and hope to God we're wrong. But, you know, if we were smart, we'd gather up all our friends and get out of Santa Barbara for a few weeks.
Yes? May I come in?
Mrs. Lockridge, what a surprise. Do come in. You looking for Peter?
No, I really wanted to talk to you.
Really? How did you know I was here?
Oh, I called around. I was very surprised. Are you planning on taking over Peter's office?
No, actually, I was planning on looking at these maps.
I see. I was thinking about that conversation we had at the museum.
I hope you haven't come to rehash that.
I want to know who the woman is you were talking about when you made that accusation.
I was angry when I said those things.
Maybe you lied a little. Maybe you were too angry.
Mrs. Lockridge, I really said all I want to say about the subject. Your marital problems are your own problems. I don't care to involve myself any further.
Oh, but my dear, you are involved. Right up to your neck.
Yes. And it was extremely bad judgment on my part. But I don't care to compound the error by giving you any details. Excuse me. Hello? Oh, hi. Yeah. No, I was going back to the beach property this afternoon. I was out there earlier. I made some sketches. There's some more I want to do, though.
Can you even explain where you were this afternoon, for instance?
I was out at the old beachfront property.
Why? Were you looking to see what was lying in the sand?
I was just there, that's all. I don't have to account for every second of my life to you.
Well, I think I've come up with a fresh approach. You know, the topography lends itself to radical design. It means some tricky engineering.
This is the data from last week. You've seen some of it now. It looks worse every day. I confirmed that with Professor Magic from the seismographic lab. You can see it all through here, and in particular through this part of the ridge. There's just an enormous amount of pressure building up out there. And I don't mind telling you, I'm real worried about it.
I realize this is serious.
Yes, it is. I think a big quake is likely to happen any time now.
What do you recommend?
We should evacuate the rigs, slow down production, maybe even shut it down completely for at least a week. And we should do it right now.
I know we've talked about that. But Cruz, do you have any concept of how much that would cost me?
Better money than lives.
But it's possible we may be a little premature. They've been predicting the big quake for years now.
Professor Madrick is as worried about this as I am, Cece.
Seismologists are always predicting quakes. That's how they make their living.
Yeah, but the thing is, we've been getting a lot of extra seepage from the ocean floor. That's almost always a sign that something is impending.
Something, yeah, something. Well, how severe and when? I mean, it's guesswork now.
By the time it isn't guesswork, it'll be too late.
I'm sorry, Cruz. We have quotas to fill. This could be ruinous. Shutting down the rigs for a week? No, I think we can wait a while longer.
Well, it's your decision to make, Mr. C. But I got to tell you, I feel this is going to happen. I think you'd be wise to listen to my advice. If you don't, and I'm right, you could lose a lot more than money.